The drop shot is a fishing technique that catches a lot of fish, and anybody can use it, no matter beginning or advanced. I have Trent Owens right here, an expert. How long you been fishing?
I've been fishing, probably, I'm 36 years old. Been fishing, I would say, ever since I bet I've been fishing for 30 years.
Okay, yeah, he's probably been fishing since he was 2 or 3. He could walk. Let's just be honest. So we're going to talk about the drop shot today. Now, Trent here, he's like me. We're not big fans of the drop shot. Are you?
No, sir.
Okay, so we're about to talk about the drop shot. We're going to go over a variety of things. Are you going to go lead or tungsten with your drop shot? Baits, area, shake or no shake? I caught a lot of fish on the drop shot this year, Lake Ouachita, in the first week of June. And I'm going to get into depth on that. He would not throw it in the first week of June, okay? But we're going to go through the scenarios. Appreciate y'all coming to the Fishing Coach YouTube channel today. The first one, lead or tungsten. Okay, before Trent answers, I'm just going to say I like tungsten on my drop shot. But I have lead here due to when I have clients in the boat and we got on the drop shot bite, I was losing, my people were losing tungsten weights. And we're fishing them in trees. We're fishing them trees out there on the main lake of Ouachita. Boats in 80 foot, they're in 40. So lead or tungsten for you?
I'm gonna choose, if I'm out there fishing tournament, I'm gonna choose tungsten. You can feel the bottom a lot better. You feel every rock. The lead, you're not gonna feel as much with it. Mm-hmm. And just like Jimmy said, if you're taking clients out, yeah, I would definitely throw lead just because tungsten's gonna cost 3 times as much.
Yeah. So if you're a beginning guy, go with the lead. It's all right. Now baits. Before we get into the real juice, the baits. Robo worm's popular. Mm-hmm. Is that probably one of your favorite lures, or which one of yours?
Probably one of my favorite lures around the summer months. The robo worm is hard to beat. You're gonna get a lot of bites. You may not catch a lot of big fish, but you're gonna catch a lot of fish doing it. During the winter time, I go to more of a shad type bait. Yeah, 2.5, 3 inch bait. Mm-hmm. Power bait makes a good one. Overall, the winter time, that's a really good bait. Winter, throw a shad color pattern, and then in summer, throw a robo worm.
Awesome. Yeah. So now you throw the small robo worm or the big one? Because I've known people
throw the 4 inch, 4.5 inch robo worm.
Now you're talking about the shad patterns, and I got these little crawl ones right here. And this was for Ouachita. He talked about little shad baits. I've caught some fish with these little crawl ones. It's the Stealth series at X Zone Lures. They have the shad one as well. I did a little short trip with my 2.5-year-old, and he caught some fish with this. But he was catching everything: brim, 12-inch bass. Mm-hmm. So I like the smaller one as well. Now, another lure, I tried this last year. I'm about to ask you if you've ever done it or done not this lure. I got the bait caster guys set up, big braid, 20-pound leader, or it might have been 16-pound leader. And I had, what's this hook right here? You had a 6/0 screw-in hook, and I was drop shotting this panorama shad. One thing I got told was in Texas, where there's big fish and big gizzards, they were catching a lot of giants on this. I couldn't get it done, though. Have you ever put the bait caster in your hand with the drop shot? Have you tried that before?
In South Arkansas on the lakes, D Queen, Derricks, you got a little bit more consistent 4 or 5 pound fish. Yeah. I have went there and caught some good fish on it. Now around here I haven't. So I'm kind of scared of it.
Yeah, they want the smaller one. Yeah. So, and there was a day, before face, I was throwing this at those fish on one of those big lakes, and they just weren't eating it. Then I threw another bait and they ate it. So that's something else that you guys can try as well. Now, guys, before we get into the areas and the next part on the technique of it, real quick, I just want to let you know this video is brought to you by Futural Marine. Right now, Trent works at Futural Marine, been there for 16, 17 years. We're going to talk about 2 boats that are for sale. We have this 20 TRX. You've been in this boat for, what, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. Has a set of Monster Marine lithium batteries. It has a 250 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke. It is for sale. This boat's sweet. It is legit. Now, one thing I should have said at the beginning, he's going to talk about his other boat that we have for sale. If you help us find a buyer, okay, find a buyer, I'm going to give away a fishing trip. If you buy his Express or help, he might even give away a fishing trip. I don't know. So I'm going to let you now share about your Express real quick that you're in right now.
So I've got a X21 2025 Express. It's got the 126 at the console. Up front, it's got a 106 SV and a 126 SV. The trolling motor, I've got a 112, the 112 Quest. It is the best trolling motor out there. I'm telling you right now, it is by far the quietest unit you'll ever run. It's got the 250 4-stroke Yamaha, equipped with lithium batteries, 36-volt lithium, and it's got the big 120 amp hour cranking lithium in the back to carry all your electronics. Overall, very, very good boat, and it's up for sale too. So
awesome. Yeah, I'm going to put both of those down in the description, guys. Once again, if you help us find, if you're interested, give us a call. But if you help us find a buyer, fishing trip will be given away. For sure by me. Maybe I can get him to take you out catch some crappie.
I'm telling you right now, I've been with Jimmy twice, and you're not going to miss. You don't want to miss this trip, okay? So find a buyer and let's go fishing with him.
Sweet. Now the next thing, let's go back to drop shotting. Areas. Where do you like throwing a drop shot? Like if you've had success with it.
You know, probably mostly channel 20 points.
Okay.
Where you're really close to 50, 60 foot of water. Something like those fish really, will float up and down those ledges, and you can actually pinpoint them a little easier.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Now, is that where you're throwing your shad baits?
Yes, sir.
Shad baits.
Same baits.
This last year, guys, and you can throw the drop shot anywhere. That's one thing. You can throw it off your ledges, your flats. Some people I know throw it in brush. I hate throwing it in brush. For some reason, I don't have confidence throwing it in brush. But one thing I'll say, this last year I got on a trip, 2 trips actually, like Washita. Everybody was on the jig head minnow. Well, they kind of quit eating it there. It just wasn't happening, and you have to show people, and that they're not eating it, but they were eating a drop shot. So there was a couple trips where we caught them in them trees on the north end of the lake, the deep trees, but it was the robo worm, and we were just dropping it down there, stopped in the tree, and all of a sudden you feel a tick, or you feel it get heavy. But if you don't have live scope, how do you do it? Is how I would say is you throw, and if you feel your weight hit that tree, then you sit it there. So, but now let's talk about this: the shake or no shake. Do you shake it, or do you let it sit?
I think it all depends on the day.
Okay.
It depends, on the mood of the fish is in, and a lot of times when you're looking at a live scope, you can kind of tell what kind of mood they're in. If they want something shaking, or if they want something that's not shaking. That's what I go by. It just depends on what the mood the fish are in.
Yeah. So I like to shake it, probably because it's hard for me to sit there. And I try to sit there, but I agree with you. It's on the mood of the fish. It's hard for me, like I said, just to sit there. But I do know a guy that told me, and I'm not going to say his name, he always shakes it. He's caught a lot more fish on a drop shot than me.
Yeah, me too, probably.
Me too.
I just don't have the patience for it. Don't throw it like I used to. Now, before the A-rig come out with, when it was really tough in those winter months, when you didn't have the A-rig bite, the drop shot bite was there.
Yeah.
And you could go and compete, and you could win tournaments throwing a drop shot. Where now, the A-rig's involved, and if you're not throwing it, you're losing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's pretty good at the A-rig, and I just, like I said earlier, I'd rather throw other stuff than the drop shot, but if it's really tough, I might tie one on. But anyway, guys, appreciate you, Trent. Thank you for being on.
Thank you.
Now, guys, let's go get to the Faith Juice segment. Guys, and on the Faith Juice, I'm about to share with you a video that me and my wife watched recently that I want to share with you guys about. It's very motivating. And man, it's a great movie, okay? I know when I do these, I talk about scripture and kind of motivating stuff, but this is a movie I think you guys don't need to miss if you like watching movies or if you haven't watched a movie in a while, okay? So this movie, and I don't want to give, I'll go ahead. I'm not going to try to give you the whole, how it all goes down, but I'm just going to share kind of what's it about. So the movie's called Unsung Hero. And it's about the family where the band for King and Country, the brothers are in the family. But it's not about the band and how the band came about. When I saw the trailers and heard about it, I thought, it was just a movie about the band and the brothers and kind of how they became a band, right? But that's not what it's about. That's what I thought. And then my wife, Charlie, was like, hey, I think it's about this. And what it's about is it's about the family kind of going through hard times. And I say hard times, they're from Australia. They moved to America. They went through a lot. And one thing about the movie from kind of looking at it and researching is there's a lot of stuff in it that's actually that happened. You know how movies get, they kind of always sprinkle some stuff, change it up, but a lot of it that was in there was true. And of course there's a couple little things here and there that might have, the movie affected a little bit. But guys, it was for me just to see what this family went through on their moving and everything, kind of how it came together. And the title Unsung Hero actually is talking about somebody in the movie, okay, that's a part of the family. And guys, once again, like I said, I almost want to cry talking about it. It is great, okay? I'm a guy that I get real emotional when I see people overcome struggles and overcome things, and this family did it, okay? And so I want y'all to check it out. Let me know if you've watched it. Leave me down there in the comment if you have. If not, Go check it out. Watch it with the family. It's a movie that I think every family should see and they would get something out of. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one.